What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video, and I have some very exciting news. Reportedly, Liverpool and Southampton are back in talks about Virgil van Dijk's transfer to Liverpool, and I'm so happy reading this in the reports. So let me tell you the details. But of course, if you enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like, it really helps me out, and let me know in the comments below, do you think Liverpool will get Naby Keita and Van Dijk? Yes or no, I would love to hear your opinion. So former football lawyer Daniel van der Kamp has said that Liverpool's pursuit of Southampton centre-back Virgil van Dijk is moving along. As reported by the Daily Mirror, Van der Kamp worked with Liverpool in 2015 when they bought Christian Benteke from Aston Villa, and posted the following message on his Twitter. He said, got told things are moving along with Southampton and Liverpool. I don't know if he's handing in a transfer request yet, just that the clubs are back negotiating, which is very promising and very good news. And I think that Virgil van Dijk is exactly the type of player that we need. According to the Daily Mirror, former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy has also claimed the deal was close to being done for Van Dijk, which is again music to my ears, and it's again a very good news. Of course, we know all about how wrong it went when Liverpool first tried to buy Van Dijk, and I'm not sure why how they royally messed it up, but Liverpool had to publicly apologize, and Southampton in the end reported Liverpool to the Premier League, but the charges were dropped, and that's key. And now that you know, a few weeks passed, Steve Bates of the Sunday People is reporting that Van Dijk has made it clear to Southampton that he wants to move to Liverpool this summer and he wants no other club. So that's also very good. How times have changed now that top players like Naby Keita and Virgil van Dijk want to move to Liverpool. I think that's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic news, and it shows how much of an improvement Jurgen Klopp made at Liverpool in terms of our playing style. We are one of the most attractive teams to watch, one of the most exciting teams to play in if you are a player. And also we are back in the Champions League, and it looks like we are looking up in the Premier League table and not down. So we are trying to really strengthen the team and go for the podium, go for the top 3 places. And there are so many factors what could happen, but if Liverpool try everything, and then I think we will have a very successful and very exciting season. And let's build on the 4th place finish. And I believe that with Keita and Van Dijk, Liverpool can finish in the top 3, because our attack was one of the best last season, apart from when Mane went to the Africa Cup of Nations and we got a few injuries. Defensively, with Van Dijk and Keita, we will improve massively, and that was the biggest weak point, the biggest weakness of Liverpool. Not just last season, but even more so in the past 4 seasons or 5 seasons since Rafa Benitez left Liverpool. Liverpool defensively have been all over the place. It appears that Van Dijk's intent on a move to Merseyside could materialize, although there has been tension between the two clubs. There's a sense that the deal can be done and will get done, because Liverpool has the money. Liverpool can offer Southampton 60 or even 70 million pounds, and at that price Southampton will sell, in my opinion. You might ask why they don't have to sell, they have the TV deal and everything. Southampton's whole model is based on them getting young players, developing them and selling them on as a profit. They have been doing this for 20 or even 30 years. Even likes of Gareth Bale and Theo Walcott and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain started from the Southampton Academy, and you could see that Liverpool signed 5 players from Southampton, but for example Luke Shaw went to Manchester United as well. So Southampton's whole policy is on developing young players and then selling them to bigger clubs. But imagine if Southampton change their policy and don't sell actually their best players to bigger clubs. Then they won't be able to sign as many exciting young prospects, because if a young player sees that Southampton refusing to sell Van Dijk to Liverpool, they will think twice about going to Southampton. Just think about it. A young player wants to develop at the club, but they don't want to finish their career at Southampton. They want to win trophies, they want to win titles, they want to play in the Champions League, and they want to naturally progress through the ranks. And Southampton just cannot afford to not sell Van Dijk, in my opinion, because that would be just the wrong thing to do in their whole system, in their whole transfer policy. But of course, feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion. Let's have a discussion, a football discussion about this. And what is also very, very encouraging is that Jurgen Klopp gave an interview yesterday, and Klopp said that he's reluctant to compromise on his priority transfer targets. So meaning, even if it's very, very difficult to get Van Dijk, to get Keita, because their clubs don't really want to sell. According to the Daily Telegraph, you know, Jurgen Klopp is navigating his way through the transfer window like this. He said, and I quote, "We pretty much have all you need, but at the end it is still business. You go out and see the car that you have been dreaming about your whole life. You say, here is the money, but they say to you, I don't want to sell the car. You say, but I have got the money, but they say, I don't want to sell." So that rings a bell. This is similar to the transfers that Liverpool are trying to do. They say, go for another car in another color, but you say, that's okay, but I want this car. Things like this happen in life, not only in football. It is pretty simple. You can imagine how it works. It is not that we are doing something that other clubs are not doing. We are more silly or they are more smart. If I could decide alone, we would be complete from the last day of last season. Done, shoot, there's the new team, thank you very much. But that is dreamland. So as I already reported on this, Jurgen Klopp wanted, of course, all the players to be ready when the preseason training begins, but some transfers just take time, and I'm really happy that Jurgen Klopp is stubborn like this, and he wants Van Dijk, he wants Keita, because he knows that those two players are better players than what Liverpool have in their position. There is no point signing somebody else who is as good or not even better than the players that Liverpool already have. I can imagine if you are not involved in it, it is annoying for the fans. They think, oh my god, nothing happens here, everything happens there. We cannot think like this. These are Jurgen Klopp quotes, by the way. Still, I would have liked to have everyone here for the first day of training at the latest, but that is not possible anymore, and probably won't be possible again in the world, especially in England. So why should I moan about it? These were the quotes of Jurgen Klopp, the Liverpool manager himself. So I think the message is pretty clear. Jurgen Klopp wants to buy this car in this color, which means that Jurgen Klopp wants to buy Van Dijk from Southampton and wants to buy Naby Keita, and no matter how long it takes, no matter how much money it costs, he wants these two players because he is convinced, and I fully agree with him, that these two players will elevate Liverpool onto the next level. These two players can make Liverpool honestly challenge for trophies regularly again, and you have no idea, guys, how long I've been waiting for that. I've been supporting Liverpool since 2000-2001 season, when we won, you know, 5 trophies in 2001, and we had a great ride until like 2008, when we, you know, sacked Rafa Benitez, and things were never the same. Of course, the new owners came in and they almost bankrupted the club. And now the FSG, you know, the verdict is still out. Jurgen Klopp said that the money is there, so FSG is fully funding his transfers, which is very, very good news. But I will only believe that if we manage to get these two transfers over the line. If we manage to sign Van Dijk and Keita for something crazy like 130 or 140 million combined, then I will believe that FSG is really backing Jurgen Klopp, and FSG want to do everything they can to bring Liverpool back to the top of English and European football, because frankly that is what is needed. There is no other way. You have to spend the money, you have to bring in top targets, top players if you want to compete, because just look at other clubs. Man City throwing money away on Kyle Walker. I read that with add-ons it would cost like £54 million, absolute madness. Man United signing Lukaku for 75 million. I'm not saying that those are the type of transfers that Liverpool need to do, but if you need to spend 70 million on Keita and 70 million on Van Dijk, if that is what it takes, then that is what you have to spend, because the other top clubs are not resting on their laurels. Everybody is strengthening. Arsenal signed Lacazette as well, and Man City, Liverpool have to spend the money as well. The Northern Echo, which is a Newcastle-based newspaper, is reporting that Newcastle are ready to make a £10 million bid for Ojo. So it looks like that instead of Ojo going on loan to Middlesbrough, Newcastle want to get him permanently. Paul Joyce is reporting that Newcastle United are targeting another player, Jacob Murphy, but if he proves too expensive, they could move for Ojo in a permanent deal. And I would be happy with that if we included the same clause in Ojo's contract what we did with Jordan Ives. So if Ojo turns out into a great player, Liverpool will have a buyback option on Ojo on maybe like 15 or 20 million. So if Ojo turns out to be a brilliant player for Newcastle and he tears up the Premier League, which I really hope that he does, then Liverpool will have an option to buy him back basically under his market value, which is, I think, a very, very sensible decision. And Newcastle don't really have nothing to lose, because if they sell Ojo for 20 million to Liverpool in 2 or 3 years, they still make a hefty £10 million profit. So I think we should sell Ojo or loan him out, depending on which move is the most beneficial to both Ojo and Liverpool FC. Sky Sports are also reporting that Middlesbrough are favourites still to lend Ojo on loan, but Newcastle are also keen, but Liverpool for some reason would prefer a championship club. Maybe they think that Ojo wouldn't play as regularly at Newcastle United, which is fair enough. I think maybe they are right. Ojo, I don't think he's ready yet for the Premier League full time to play week in, week out, but in the Championship he could certainly develop. The Sunday People is also reporting that Liverpool striker Daniel Sturridge rejected a deadline day switch to Chinese club Beijing Guoan. The Chinese transfer window closed on this Friday that just passed, and Beijing manager Roger Schmidt had hoped to seal the deal for Sturridge, but Sturridge didn't want to move to China, and thank goodness. Sturridge is such a great player and he still has a good few years in him, and if he can overcome his injury problems, I think Sturridge would be a world beater in the Premier League, and he could honestly finish as the top scorer in the top 3 top scorers in the Premier League if Sturridge stayed fit. He's that good of a finisher, and I don't think he should waste away his career in China. But let me know what do you think about this, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.